never mind. Anyway, so let's start with Hare Krishna Darshan. Very nice that you've joined.
Oh,
Hope,
Krishna, thank you.
hope the little one's all right.
Oh yeah, just putting him to bed now.
Okay, so we're going to start with the chapter 12. Naniben is going to read the Sanskrit, and Darshan, you and I think your wife is also reading, right?
Yeah, as in if she doesn't, then I'll obviously just continue.
Okay. There's a wonderful girl called Aishwarya. And Aishwarya, would you like to read a few of these verses in English?
Okay.
She's an amazing girl. I'm so happy with you, Aishwarya. Well done. Okay, so Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Om Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Naniben.
Yes, all glory to Srila Prabhupada. Text 1. Arjuna uvacha evam satata yukta ye bhaktastvam paryupasate ye chapya aksharam avyaktam tesham ke yoga vittama.
So, Darshan?
G. Yeah, okay. Arjuna inquired, which are considered to be more perfect, those who are always properly engaged in your devotional service, or those who worship the impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested?
Text 2. Shri Bhagavan uvacha mayyevya manoye mam nitya yukta upasate shraddhaya parayopetas te me yukta tamamataha.
So maybe Aishwarya can do this one.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Those who fix their minds on my personal form and are always engaged in worshipping me with great and transcendental faith are considered by me to be most perfect."
Very good. Now, Arjun is asking a question to Krishna in the first verse. Who is better? That one who worships your personal form or those who worship the impersonal form? And Krishna is very clear in his answer. Those who worship my personal form, they're considered by me to be the most perfect. And then we'll see how he describes the difficulties that those who worship the impersonal, unmanifested form face. So, Naniben, please continue.
Yeah. Text 3 and 4. Yetva aksharam anirdesham avyaktam paryupasate sarvatra gama anchintyam cha kutastam achalam dhruvam saniyam yendriya gramam sarvatra samabuddhayah te prapnavati mam eva sarvabhuta hite rataha.
But those who fully worship the unmanifested, that which lies beyond the perception of the senses, the all-pervading, inconceivable, unchanging, fixed and immovable, the impersonal conception of the absolute truth. By controlling the various senses and being equally disposed to everyone, such persons, engaged in the welfare of all, at last achieve me.
Text 5. Kleshodhikaratarasatesham avyakta sakta chetasam avyakta hi gatira dukkham dehavat bira avapyate.
For those whose minds are attached to the unmanifested, impersonal feature of the supreme advancement is very troublesome. To make progress in that discipline is always difficult for those who are embodied.
Text 6 and 7. Ye tu sarvani karmani mahi sanyasta matapara अन्येनैव योगेन माम ध्यायन्त उपासते तेषाम् अहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्यु संसार सागरात् भवामि नाचिरात् पार्थ मयि एव स्थ चेतसाम्.
Darshan?
Sorry, yeah. But those who worship me, giving up all the activities unto me and being devoted to me without deviation, engaged in devotional service and always meditating upon me, having fixed their minds upon me. O son of Pratha, for them I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death.
Text 8. मय्येव मन आतस्त्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवसिष्यसि मय्येव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः.
Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus, you will live in me always, without a doubt.
So from text 8, so up to text 7, Krishna has answered the question of Arjun. And his final word was, for them, those who worship his personal form, I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. So it's always better, as we are doing, to worship the personal form of God, the two-handed form of Krishna or Rama, whoever you are inclined towards. And then from text 8 to text 12, Krishna describes how he is so flexible. He describes different ways by which we can get to know him better. So let's see what he's saying. Naniben?
Yes, text. Can you scroll up, please?
We can't.
Oh, we can't scroll up. Text 8, you can't see?
No, text 8. I thought I read text 8. Okay.
No.
Text 8, text 8.
मय्येव मन आतस्त्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवसिष्यसि मय्येव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः.
Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus, you will live in me always, without a doubt.
Text 9. अथ चित्तं समाधातुं न शक्नोषि महि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततो मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय.
My dear Arjuna, O winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, develop a desire to attain me.
Text 10. अभ्यासेऽप्य समर्थोऽसि मत्कर्म परमो भव मदर्थम् अपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिम् अवाप्स्यसि.
If you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me, because by working for me, you will come to the perfect stage.
Text 11. अथैतेद अपि आसक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मद्योगम् आश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं ततः कुरु यतात्मवान्.
If, however, you are unable to work in this consciousness of me, then try to act giving up all results of your work and try to be self-situated.
Nice to hear you.
Haribol.
Text 12. श्रेयो हि ज्ञानमभ्यासात् ज्ञानाद् विशिष्यते ध्यानानात् कर्मफल त्यागाश्चान्तिरनन्तरम्.
Okay.
If you cannot take to this practice, then engage yourself in a cultivation of knowledge. Better than knowledge, however, is meditation, and better than meditation is renunciation of the fruits of action. For by such renunciation, one can attain peace of mind.
So actually, you're right, Nanibet. We did do text 8 twice.
Yes.
It's probably a good thing. But anyway, so initially Krishna says, fix your mind and intelligence in me, and you will live in me. But in this age of Kali, that's very difficult to do. So Krishna says, okay, if you can't do that, then follow the regulatory principles of Bhakti Yoga. Chant about me, hear about me, talk about me, listen about me. So, and then he's saying, okay, if you can't do that, then at least work for me. Oh, you're having difficulty even working for me? Then if you're working for somebody else, don't become attached to the fruits, the results of your work. Ah, even that's difficult. Then meditate. Oh, Kali Yuga, you can't even meditate. Okay, then the last bit, the final thing you must do, get some knowledge about me. Because if you get some knowledge about me, at least you will slowly progress up the ladder. So Krishna is being very flexible. He's giving so many options. But ultimately, if we can't do anything, at least read the Bhagavad Gita. That's the minimum we should do. Get some knowledge about God. And now the next 8 verses from 13 up to 20, he describes the qualities of his devotees. And this, I call it the Bhakta Astakam, how Krishna describes the glories of his wonderful devotees. And let's see what he's got to say about his devotees.
Yes. Text 13 and 14. Adaveshta sarvabhutanam maitra he karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankara samadukha sukha kshami santushta satatam yogi yatatma drudha nishchaya mayyarpitar manor buddhi yo madbhakta same priyah.
One who is not envious, but is a kind of friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled, and engaged in devotional service with determination, his mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me.
Text 15. Yasmano dvijate loko, lokano dvijate chaya, harshamarshaphayo dvegair, muktoya sachame priyaha.
He by whom no one is put into difficulty and who is not disturbed by anyone, who is equipoised in happiness and distress, fear and anxiety, is very dear to me.
Sorry.
Text 16. Anapeksha suchiradaksha, udasino gata vyatha, sarvarambha parityagi, yo madbhakta same priyaha.
Darshan?
Okay, yep. My devotee who is not dependent on the ordinary course of activities, who is pure, expert, without cares, free from all pains, and not striving for some result, is very dear to me.
Text 17. Yo narashyati na dveshti, na shochati na kankshati, shubha shubha parityagi, bhaktimanya same priyaha.
One who neither rejoices nor grieves, who neither laments nor desires, and who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious things. Such a devotee is very dear to me.
Text 18 and 19. Sama shastru cha mitre cha, tatha manapamanayo, shitoshna sukha dukkheshu, samaha sangha vivarjitah, tulya ninda stutiramauni, santushto yena kenachit, aniketa stiramatira, bhaktiman me priyo naraha.
one who is equal to friends and enemies, who is equipoised in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, happiness and distress, fame and infamy, who is always free from contaminating association, always silent and satisfied with anything, who doesn't care for any residence, who is fixed in knowledge, and who is engaged in devotional service. Such a person is very dear to me.
Text 20. Ye tu dharmamrutam edam yathoktam paryupasate shraddha dana mata parama bhaktaste tiva me priyaha.
Those who
Don't
follow.
you see-
No, you do it, Darshan. That's okay.
Okay, that's sure. Those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal, are very, very dear to me.
Jai.
Hare Krishna. Oh,
Bye.
glory to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
Jai. Bhagavad Gita ki jai, chapter 12 ki jai, Bhakti Yoga ki jai. Naniben, you read well.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji.
So now you are our spokesperson on the Bhagavad Gita Sanskrit version. Very good. Thank you so
Very
much.
secretive. I didn't realize she's
She's so good. I know.
Naniben, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
And
I'm
Aishwarya,
trying,
so good.
trying to learn Sanskrit.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Anuben. You're reading very well, as Prabhuji said.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
So does everybody know about Damodar Leela? Why we are celebrating this month every single day? Everybody knows? Anybody doesn't know?
You know,
Artiben, what do you think? Everybody will know?
yeah, Shakti.
I think
Shamaji?
she's trying to work out her camera angles.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Naniben?
Shama, તમને ખબર છે આપણે કેમ ઉજવીએ છીએ દામોદર નો મંથ? મ્યુટ ઉપર છો.
People know partly, and some, I think people know little bits here and there. Prabhuji, my sisters, I can say.
Okay, so I'll do it quickly.
Yes.
Okay. So this month of Damodar is very special. In fact, it ends tomorrow, last day. But the whole month we have celebrated one pastime, this pastime, where Krishna has come to our world and he has become bound by the ropes of his mother's love. Nobody can bind the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Nobody. But yet he allows his pure devotee who has such intense love for him that he cannot resist her binding him. Even though he looks a little scared, he's actually enjoying this maternal love that Mother Yashoda is showing towards him. And the reason why he is being bound is because so far she'd heard a lot of rumors about his naughtiness. But for the first time, this goody two-shoes, who used to be goody two-shoes at home, decided to steal a pot of butter from his own mother. He was really angry with her for not feeding him enough. So he stole this butter pot. And what was worse, he started feeding even the monkeys with the butter that he stole. And she realized for the first time that this boy is a naughty boy. He may be God, she was thinking, but he's still my son, and I have to discipline him. And she left. She went with him after him with a stick. And Krishna was thinking, hey, she's never used a stick on me before. What is this? And he ran, scared. Of course, God is scared of no one. Everybody is scared of him. But in this Leela, he was genuinely feeling scared, but he is genuinely the Supreme Lord as well. So those two things go hand in hand. And the scriptures explain they go hand in hand, just like when the Yamuna and the Ganga meet in Prayag, Allahabad, they keep separate. They're two rivers, one is dark and one is fair, and they keep separate. So in the same way, he keeps his childhood and his godhead separate. He enjoys the Leela of childhood, but he also enjoys the supreme personality of Godhead. He is the Supreme Lord. So she ran after him, she caught him. Who can catch the Supreme Lord? No one. But she caught him. Not just caught him, she bound him up as well. Of course, he showed his magic, his mysticism. This rope was always 2 inches short or 2 fingers short. No matter how much the rope they used, they could not bind this little belly of his. But eventually he saw the wonderful effort that she was making and he agreed to be bound. And of course, he did his magic again. He, with the wooden mortar, he dragged it between 2 trees and he felled the 2 trees. And from the 2 trees came out 2 devatas known as Nalakuvera and Manigriva, who had been cursed by the sage Narad in order, because they were not very, they were misusing their position as demigods. So he wanted to teach them a lesson, but not just a lesson. He wanted to give them bhakti. This is the beauty of the devotee. He's always looking, how can I give this person bhakti? So he gave them bhakti, Krishna bhakti. He said to them, don't worry, you will become trees because you've been very insulting, but Krishna will come and liberate you. So that's what he did. That's what he did. He liberated these 2 demigods. So this is why we celebrate this pastime, not just one day, 30 days, every day. This is one of the few, in fact, it's the only pastime of the Lord that is celebrated for a whole month. Other festivals, we celebrate 1 or 2 or 5 days at the most. But this one, 30 days. It's very powerful because it's also the month of Radha Rani. She is the predominating deity in this month. And Radha is very, very dear to Krishna. So that's why this month is very dear to Krishna as well. And in this month, so many tevars have taken place. We've had festival after festival. And today we had, I would say, one of the best festivals we've ever celebrated, Tulsi Viva. Really amazing. I'd like to thank the devotees who participated and thank the Lord for allowing us to participate. So this month we offered lamps every day. Today we will offer again. We sing this beautiful bhajan, which we will sing at the end. We do more Hare Krishna, the Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. We read the 12th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Not only is it one of the smallest chapters, but it's also one of the deepest chapters. So, and very easy to understand. Krishna makes things very, very clear in this chapter. And we fast as well. Tomorrow is the last day of our fasting. And it's been amazing, actually. We do bhakti more rather than gossip or TV or social media. And these last 5 days are the Bhishma Panchak. So tomorrow is the last day. So we also recite a little bit of Krishna Leela from the Krishna book. And the reason we do this is because if we can understand Krishna's pastimes, then when we leave this body, we don't stay in this world. We go to his world where we get a spiritual body. And in this world, if we stay, we will keep getting material bodies. So the idea is we want out. We want to go back home. And Krishna book is beautifully written by Srila Prabhupada. First 11 years he spent in Braj, and half of the Krishna book is all about those pastimes. They are so sweet pastimes. And then 11 to 29 years he was in Mathura, clearing up the mess that Kamsa had made. And then the rest of the time, up to the 125th year that he was in this world, it was primarily in Dwarka and the pastimes he was having with the queens. So we are on chapter 74. We've got another 15, 16 chapters to do. We can't do them all today, but we'll try to do a few today. So deliverance of Shishupal, then we had Duryodhan who was insulted, and then Salva's fight with the Yadus. So the Rajasuya festival was organized by Yudhishthir, and it was very opulent. He invited Brahmins and sages from all over the universe. They included Vyasdev and Bharadwaj, Gautam, Vashishta. The top devotees were there. He invited all of his relatives, the Kuru dynasty as well. Duryodhan was there. And he received them with great pomp. Everything was very opulent, made of gold. So many different valuables were there. Gifts were given. Krishna was looking after the guests. When the guests would come, he would wash their feet. This is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is humble. It's not that I am God, everybody worship me. Krishna's mood is completely different. We can see he was chased by Mother Yashoda. What sort of wonderful Supreme Lord is this? Anyway, it came for the time to worship the first person in this Rajasuya ceremony. And they were debating who should be the first. Bhishma was the oldest and the most powerful in terms of bodily strength. So some people suggested him. Others suggested Dronacharya. Others suggested Yudhishthir. But then Sahadev said, we should worship, the first person to worship should be Krishna, because he is the supreme, and he's our well-wisher. And he gave so many wonderful reasons. Everybody in the arena accepted this. And apart from one person, Shishupal. Now, Shishupal was a cousin of Krishna, and he was a sworn enemy because Rukmini, he wanted to marry Rukmini, but she was kidnapped by Krishna, upon her request, of course, right from under his nose. Not only that, but when he was born with, I think, with 3 eyes. And it was said that the person who he meets, who will get rid of his 3rd eye, and he has some other defects, that person will be his death as well. So when Krishna saw him, or he saw Krishna for the first time, his 3rd eye disappeared. And Shishupal's mother begged Krishna, you are destined to be his killer. Please don't kill him. And Krishna said, of course I won't kill him. He's my cousin. So I'll give him 100 chances. Don't worry. So in that way, Shishupal then got very envious of Krishna. He saw Krishna being worshipped, and he started insulting Krishna one after the other. But this is the beauty of the Supreme Lord. He will never see our bad side. Krishna was being insulted left, right, and center, saying things like, you have no caste. That's from Shishupal. You're not you don't follow the rules and regulations, which is true. He's God. He doesn't need to follow. And he doesn't have a caste. He's God. So he was accepting all of those insults as compliments. This is the beauty of the Lord. But then Shishupal made a big mistake. He started insulting the devotees. He started insulting Yudhishthir, Arjun, Bhishma, Sahadev. That was enough. Krishna invoked his Sudarshan Chakra and immediately destroyed him, liberated him. And if you see, his soul goes into the body of Krishna. But actually, he did not merge with Krishna. This is a big misconception that is held by some devotees, that Shishupal merged into the body of the Lord. No, no, no. Shishupal was liberated. He went back to the spiritual world. He originally is a devotee called Jay or Vijay. And he came to this world to fight with the Lord, to be an opponent of the Lord. This was all the arrangement of the Lord. So it's not that he was a demon, but he was actually a devotee, just doing as the Lord wished. So then when Shishupal was killed, his supporters left, and everybody else was happy except for one other person, and that was Duryodhan. He saw the opulence of Yudhishthir's palace and kingdom, And he was so envious. He was thinking, this is Kanda Pasta. We gave him rubbish land. How did he possibly build this magnificent structure? And the structure he could not even understand, because the water was actually land and the land was actually water. So he would walk in one place thinking it was water and try to avoid it, but it was land. But he would walk in another place thinking it's just flooring, but it was water. So you can see here, he actually fell into it. Everybody laughed at him. And he became even more envious and more angry, seeking revenge against the Pandavas. So he became very, very, very envious. So then there was another, in this is the next part of the next chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna book. There was a demon called Salva. When Krishna was in Hastinapur, he started attacking Dwarka. Now, he had received a fantastic boon from Lord Shiva to have a spaceship which nobody could conquer. So he started destroying Dwarka. Krishna heard about this. Krishna then took leave from Yudhishthira and said to him that I need to do some work in Dwarka. So he went to Dwarka. And in Dwarka, he, let me just let this person in. Okay. Okay. In Dwarka, then he, actually Krishna's son, Padumna, was fighting with Salva. And Salva was very, very powerful. And he defeated Padumna. Padumna had to retreat from the battlefield. And eventually he came back and fought again with Salva. So let's go on to the next bit as well. Krishna came to the rescue, and him and Balaram protected the city. And eventually Krishna struck Salva, but Salva was still very difficult to defeat. Eventually Krishna defeated him by hitting him on the collarbone with his club. So eventually that happened. Took its time. He used to become invisible as well. But eventually Krishna did actually cut his head off with the Sudarshan Chakra. So this is actually how he died. So even though he tried to, Krishna hit him with so many clubs and things, Salva was very, very strong. Salva was actually a friend of Shishupal and also Danta Vakra. So then Danta Vakra also came on the battlefield, and Krishna destroyed him as well. And then Balara, then what happened was, that's right, what happened was Kurukshetra, Hastinapur, things got really bad. Duryodhan organized the youth, the chess game, which they won. Well, Duryodhan won it. And then they went to the forest for 13 years. And then they tried to reconcile with the Kurus, Duryodhan, but there was no question of reconciliation. Duryodhan was so envious of the Pandavas. He wouldn't even give them the amount of land that would fit on a needle. So war was inevitable. And Balaram realized there's going to be a war. And Balaram said, okay, I'm not going to participate in this war. And he advised Krishna as well, don't get involved. So he left on pilgrimage. And first place he went to was Naimisharanya, where the sages were gathered. And we talked about this a little while ago. He came at the place of Naimisharanya, and the sages were all discussing. Everybody rose and greeted and paid obeisances to Balaram, except the speaker. And Balaram became offended. He was thinking, this speaker, what sort of speaker is he if he cannot even pay obeisances to me? Now, Balaram has a different mood from Krishna. Although they're the same supreme God, different mood. So Balaram picked up a piece of straw and he killed Ramahansa. And then the sages said to him, well, you've done a great job. You killed our speaker. That's quite a sinful act. And you may be the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but you still need to atone for your actions. And what are we going to do now without a speaker? So Ramaharsana, he actually installed Sutta Goswami, the son, Balaram installed the son of Ramaharsana, Sutta Goswami, as a speaker. And Sutta Goswami is a celebrated speaker of the Bhagavatam. We recite the Bhagavatam, we read the Bhagavatam daily, and Sutta Goswami is one of the main exponents of that scripture. So then he installed Sutta Goswami, and Balaram asked the sages, what else can I do for you? Sages said, well, there's one demon who always gives us a hard time. His name is Balval. Can you deal with him? And Balaram very happily dealt with this demon, liberated him, delivered him. And the sages became happy with him, with Balaram. And he continued on his journey to different holy places. He went to Sarayu River, Gandaki, Gomati, Gaya, so many, Prayag. He went to Godavari, Tirupati. He just toured and toured. Eventually, he came when the final days of the Kurukshetra war were to take place, where Duryodhana was fighting with Bhim. And he tried to interfere with the war because he was seeing that they were fighting. He told them, stop fighting. And Krishna said to him, what are you doing? All this time you've been on pilgrimage and not been caring about the war. And now you're suddenly coming in and you want to determine the fate of this war. That's not going to happen. And Balaram listened to his brother and he walked away, went back to Dwarka. He was a bit angry at Bhim because Bhim struck Duryodhana below the belt because this was a Gada fight. But then Krishna explained to Balaram, well, how was he going to fulfill his vow? Duryodhana wanted Draupadi to sit on his lap, and he vowed. Yeah, and he vowed, I'm going to break your thighs. So how was he going to fulfill that? And where were you when Draupadi was being insulted? So in that way, Balaram was defeated by the arguments of Krishna. So this is the pastimes of beautiful pastimes of Krishna and Balaram. So tomorrow onwards, we will look at chapters 80. We got 10 chapters to do tomorrow. I'm not sure if we'll be able to manage to do that, but anyway, we'll try. So thank you so much for listening. Any questions? Anything that you'd like to ask? Especially Nani Ben. Where's Nani Ben?
Yes, there's Prabhuji. When Duryodhana in the palace, when he fell in that water, which was supposed he thought it was a land, I think at that time Draupadi was there on one of the in the palace, and I think she spoke the words that Andhrana Putra Andhra.
Yes, very true, yeah.
Isn't that yes? And that's what I think that's what sort of became. Then Duryodhana became so angry as that, and then he huffed and puffed, and he went back and he was doing whatnot and said, "Now we must have to deal with this in a way that they understand because she has insulted me, and I'm not going to take that insult."
It is said like that, but actually the situation may be a little bit different. As far as one of the gurus, one of the acharyas have said that actually Draupadi didn't say that. It was one of her maids who said that. Draupadi actually was quite silent. But Duryodhana, when he heard that, because it came in the direction of Draupadi, he thought it was Draupadi. But actually it was one of the maidservants. Draupadi was actually very, very cultured. The Acharya was saying that she wouldn't say something like that. She wouldn't.
Yeah, it's quite surprising how that's what we read somewhere. Or okay.
Yeah. So that's one of the things that. Commonly it's thought that she's the one who spoke those words, but actually, we don't think it was. But I'll find out a little bit more information about that in due course of time. When I come across it, I'll send it to you.
Sure. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Priti.
So there was that recent Mahabharata series that came on, and I was thinking it could have maybe have been that if Duryodhan and other party members of him sided with Shishupal, or for some reason they took out their weapons, then it was Draupadi who suggested, because that wasn't right to show their weapons in the yagna that was happening. So instead of them going to prison or something, she said, if we take away their weapons, then that would, then that would be a good enough punishment. And then I think Duryodhan wanted to get back, and how their weapons were taken away, he wanted to take something away from her.
Right.
It could be. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just
Interesting.
Yeah, I think there's some truth in that as well. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, Priti. Thank you for your question, Naniven. Okay. Anybody else? Any questions? Anything that? Oh yes, Prabha Ben. You're on mute. Huh?
Yeah, Hare Krishna. This is the first time I hear that you said that the Draupadi Nata Boila. It was the friend who said ke Andha na putra Andhra.
Yeah.
It's the first time I hear. So all this time when you hear like Bhagavad Gita,
That's right. It's
all
only
the pujaris saying that. Draupadi said, "Ke andha na putra andha."
Yeah, that's right. But
But the way you explain us that it was her Sakhi, Sakhi or friend?
No, it was a maid servant.
Or maid servant, yeah. That's nice. Thank you.
That's okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so we can do the Damodar Aarti, very beautiful Aarti. Let me just find it. Yeah, there it is. So this month, of course, it's very auspicious to offer a lamp. And even if we do it on the last day or last 2 days, it's very, very beneficial. Kanupriya, would you like to sing Damodar Astikam?
Sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, I'm happy to.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Just the once, all the way through.
Okay.
And devotees can offer the lamp at this time. And if you don't have a lamp available, a ghee lamp or a light or anything, then you can just imagine offering a wonderful lamp. And we had Priti, are you there?
Priti, do you want to show us your Damodar?
Is
it in the corner?
Yes, it's spotlighted. Yeah, it's spotlighted.
There, it's lovely. Yeah, I've been looking at it.
So beautiful.
Lovely. So beautiful.
So you can offer to that Damodar and Yashoda.
And if you don't have, you just imagine a beautiful lamp in your hands. Just offer it 7 times around Krishna, 7 times around Yashoda, and then offer it to the sky. It's a very, very nice offering to do, especially we're coming towards the end of the month. So, okay, Kanu.
Namamishvaram Satidanandarupam Lashat Kundalam Gokuli Vajamanam Yasodabhyolokalateva Param Samhatyam Taturutyattagopya Rudantam Maho Nitra Yukmam Rajantam Karam Bhujayogmena Satanka Nitram Mohashasakam Patarikanda Kanta Tatai Graivatamo Bhakti Bhatam Itviksvela Lapira Ananda Kunde Vagusham nimajantam akyapyayantam Yadyashitageshu bhakati jitavam Puna prematashtam satavriti vande Param deva moksham na mokshavatim va Nachayam vreniham varishatapiha Hirandeva puranata gopalapalam Sadami manasya virashtam kimanyai Hirante mukam bojam avyaktunilye Vritam kuntaryasti kaharachascha gopya Mahaschambitam bimbarakataramé Mana virashtam malam lakshilabhaye Namo devotamodaharananta Vishnu Prashita prabodhukajalaptimatnam Kripa drishti vistyati dinambutano Pranisham akyam vidyakshi drishya Kuveratmajo bhattamutkaiva yatvat Vaya mochito bhakti pachokrito cha Tata prema bhaktim svakamehi priyacha Namokshi kriho me sthitamutiraya Namaste stutamne sturaptiptitamne Tvati yutarayata vishashatamne Namo ratikayai tvatiya prayayai Namo nantalaya devya tubhyam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ramo Ramo Hare Hare
Jaya Yashoda
Yasoda Damodara Yasoda Damodara Jaya Shirate Jaya Yasoda Damodara Yasoda Damodara Yasoda Damodara Shirate Jaya Rata Damodara Rata Damodara Rata Damodara Shirate Jaya
Krishna Balaram
Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram
Jaya Gaura
Jaya Goranitai 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 Jaya Goranitai Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Guru Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Oh Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol
Hare
Jai
Krishna. Thank you so much. Radha Damodar ki jai. Damodarastakam ki jai.
Jai
Ki jai. Well
Hare
done.
Krishna.
Very sweetly sang.
Thank you. Sorry for my mistakes.
No. It was perfect.
Haribol Kanupriya, Haribol.
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 Hare Krishna.
Haribol.
Haribol. Leo is saying Haribol.
So we want to
Haribo.
Haribo.
Hello, teacher.
Hare Krishna. So we wanted to sing to Lord Nrsimhadev for everybody's protection.
Hello, teacher.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Especially in this age of Kali, especially the current situation, the challenges that we're facing. So we wanted to pray to Lord Nrsimhadev to give us our body's protection, our mind protection, and our spiritual lives protection. And the most important of those three is our spiritual lives. So we would like to progress in our towards our spiritual destination. And Lord Nrsimhadev is very kind. He always offers protection to his devotees. Okay, so let's have a quick look at these altars actually before we lose them. 1 second. Let's have a quick look. Now, there you go. So this is Artiben, beautiful, very nice. I love the way what you've done to Tulsi. Is it Tulsi there?
Yeah, both the
Beautiful,
plants.
beautiful. So you've dressed them up.
Prabhuji, they got married today.
Yeah. Very good, very good, very good. Anybody else who'd like to share? Is Lena with us? Lena is there?
She was there.
Is she still there? Let's have a look. She's got the most beautiful. And tomorrow,
I am, but I'll put my Krishna and Radha to rest.
rest. Yeah, of course, of course, of course. No, that's fine.
Oh,
That's
is it okay?
Yes,
I'm
yes.
sorry.
If possible, join tomorrow. If not, you've given us so many beautiful darshans. So thank you so much. And I want to share with everybody the last time because you won't see him like this again. I'll just spotlight us, please. Not sure if you can see him. Did you see Krishna Balaram?
Yeah,
It's not spotlighted.
it is spotlighted.
No, Prabhu, can you spotlight it?
Yes, now it is. Yes, so there you go. For those who missed Kanupriya, this is what they look like today. Very unique appearance. This is Balaram.
On a wedding outfit, mache loko.
And this is Balaram. They really had a festival today.
They look amazing today, Prabhuji. They look amazing, as always.
This is Radha Madhav. And then we had Tulsi Maharani, and then Haridas, and our Guru Parampara.
1, 2, 3.
Uh-uh.
5, 4.
So we wanted to pray to Lord Nrsimhadev, and I wanted to ask, is anybody like to pray to Lord Nrsimhadev? Anybody? Artiben, you want anybody to sing? Otherwise, we can ask Ananda Leela. Ananda Leela, would you like to sing? Oh, Surinder?
Prabhuji, Kanupriya can go ahead with Narsimha. If
she can.
Nobody I can sing.
How about Kanupriya?
Kanupriya, you like to sing Nishinga?
Yeah, we could on here.
I don't mind if nobody else wants to. I'm happy.
Okay, go for it. Go for it.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Oh, just read the words all the way through.
All the way through? Okay. Palatala tadayine hiranyakasipo vaksaha shiratankana itana singa parato nasimho yato yato yamitato nasimho pahe nasimho hitaye nasimho Nashima Madim Sharanam Prapati Tavakara Kamalavaye Nakama Bhuta Singam Talita Hiranyakasipu Tanubringam Kesavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Nasingadev, Nasingadev, Nasimadev, Jaya Nasimadev, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Gurudeva, 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 Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Nittai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Jai Nrsimhadev ki jai.
Hey, beautiful. Thank you so much. Now, there was a request by one devotee. I'd like to thank everybody for coming and participating in this program hosted by Artiben. But Surinder, you had a request. You would like to sing. So he's got a beautiful Tulsi Aarti that he'd like to sing. So yes, please go ahead.
Jai. Shri Vrindaye Tulsi Devai Pray Kesava Sacha Krishna Bhakti Namaha. Jai. Namo Namah Tulsi Maharani Vrinde Maharani. Namo Namah. Namo Re Maya Namo Narayani. Namo Namah Tulsi Maharani Vrinde Maharani. Namo Namah. Jato dara se para se aghana thoi Mahima Veda Purana Bhattani. Namo Namah Tulasi Maharani Vinde Maharani. Namo Namah. Jato Patra Manjari Komala Sripati Charana Kamala Lapatani. Namo Namah Tulasi Maharani Vinde Maharani. Namo Namah. Dhanya Tulasi Purana Tapakiye Shishala Grama Mahapaturani. Namo Namah Tulasi Maharani Vinde Maharani. Namo Namah. Dhupadipa Naivedya Arati Fulana Kiye Varata Varatani. Namo Namah Tulasi Maharani Vinde Maharani. Namo Namah. Tapana Bhoga Satisya Vyanjana Bina Tulasi Prabhu Ekana Himani. Namo Namah Tulasi Maharani Vinde Maharani. Namo Namah. Shivasukha Narada Or Brahma Gita Dhurata Pirata Mahamujani. Namo Namah Tulasi Maharani Vinde Maharani. Namo Namah. Chandrasekhara Maya Tera Jasa Gave Bhakti Gana Vijay Maharani Vinde Maharani. Namo Namah Tulasi Maharani Vinde Maharani. Namo Namah. Namo Re Maya Namo Narayani. Namo Namah Tulasi Maharani Vinde Maharani. Namo Namah. Jaya Tulsi Devi Jaya Tulsi Devi Jaya Tulsi Devi Jaya Tulsi Devi Jaya Vrinda Devi Jaya Vrinda Devi Jaya Vrinda Devi Jaya Vrinda
Very beautiful. Thank you very much, Surinder.
Prabhu, thank you very much.
Very nicely sung. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Badai.
So I wanted to request everybody. Tomorrow is the last day. So if you're able to join us tomorrow, it will be wonderful. On the same Zoom address, 7:30. Especially, I wanted to honor Shavi, the young girl who's learned the whole of the 12th chapter in this month.
Very
So,
good.
yeah, it's amazing. So if you are able to join us, please do so. It's the last one of the month, and it will be such a fantastic honor to be with you this one last time, at least in this month of Damoda this time.
Thank you.
We will be missing as well, Prabhuji. We'll be missing every day, 7:30. We'll be missing this, you see.
But on Thursday and Friday, Arunaben, we are planning to do every Thursday, Friday, bhajans on Thursday, and then Bhagavad Gita on the Friday. So
Okay.
at least Thursday, Friday, we shall do something every single week.
What time, Prabhuji?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
7:30.
Yeah, I just wanted to add one question. Is it only Thursday and Friday, or it will be whole week?
Only Thursdays and Fridays.
7:30.
7:30.
That's fine. I'm at my sister-in-law's house.
Oh, okay. And is that Deepak we see?
No, it's not me.
No, it's my brother-in-law.
I knew it's not him.
My brother-in-law, and here is my sister-in-law.
Oh, Hare Krishna.
And my sister, cousin sister.
Yeah, because the Deepak we know is a lot smarter than the Deepak there. Oh no.
Oh. That's brother-in-law. We came here.
Hold on. Can you re-say that?
Yeah, it's the other way. I meant it the other way around. The one we know is pretty thick.
I would agree with that. And the one here as well.
Very
No,
nice.
we really enjoyed the program this evening.
Thank you so much. Thank you for participating so nicely.
Thank you.
And Deepak, I'm looking forward to more discussions with you.
You name the place, the time. I think coffee will be required, something like that.
We just done the Devo here. Look.
D?
We done the Devo here.
Oh, great. Very good. Oh,
And,
thank you so much.
and Krishna Bhagwan.
Thank you. And beautiful. Wow. And
Yeah, I
Deepak,
told them, I said, it's just we do it. It's nice.
probably Deepak માટે દીવો કર્યો તો?
હા.
Okay.
એને અમારી સાથે આજ જોયું, અમારી સાથે 7 times કરી લીધું છે. I hope everything is
આપણી વાત
alright.
તો થઈ ગઈ, મારા માટે કેટલાય દીવા કરવા પડશે.
I don't know when I will do them.
Artiben, thank you so much for the support
Thank
today.
you very much. Thank you, Prabhuji.
And
And
thank you.
everybody, Aruna Ben and
Yes.
Hari Bol.
Krishna.
Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
Let's have
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hari
Hare
Bol.
Krishna. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Bye-bye.
thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. House.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna to everybody.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Gemini, Hare Krishna. Rian, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hari Bol.
Artiben, Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol, Darshan Kaka. Hari Bol, Prabhuji. Say Hari Bol, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. See you tomorrow.
See you. Bye-bye.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Badana.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare
Krishna, Artiben.
Prabhuji, thank you very much for organizing this.
Oh, no,
Very
thank
much
you.
appreciated, you know.
Very much.
It's really enjoyable.
Really nice.
And thank you to Kanu Priya ji as well.
Yeah.
She's got a wonderful voice, you know.
Yes, definitely. Very good. Well done.
Well. Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Artiben, Niranjan
Hare
bhai,
Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Bhavna Ben.
See you tomorrow.
Yes,
See you.
We've been
See
missing you, Bhavna Ben. You've been busy, huh, Amra? Last few days.
Yes, we'll join tomorrow.
Don't worry, we won't miss it for the world. We've got to listen to Shavi.
Shavi, that's the one. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna. Artiben. Thank you. It's nice.
Bye.